And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Blake Lively wanted to dominate over Anna Kendrick and get top billing, as though she's been out here doing anything.
Blake Lively just walked into what might be the biggest disaster of her career, and the whole world is watching. Once Hollywood's golden girl, she was adored for her charm, elegance, and effortless ability to steal the spotlight. But now, same industry she once ruled has completely turned against her.
She is actually outside of the premiere right now, where everything is going on, protesting Blake Lively. She has her poster here. It says, "Justice for Justin Baldoni, Blake lied."
When she showed up at the Another Simple Favor premiere, acting as if nothing had happened, the response was brutal.
I don't know. This doesn't look like a woman under stress. This doesn't look like a woman who can barely get out of bed, as we've seen in reports. This looks like a woman who cannot wait to be back in the spotlight.
Co-stars kept their distance, the press wasn't buying her smiles, and even the fans weren't playing along. If she thought this was going to be a triumphant return to the red carpet, she was in for a reality check.
Like, what does it mean to be back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy.
Instead of flashing cameras and adoring headlines, she walked straight into an avalanche of cold shoulders, side eyes, and one of the most awkward Hollywood moments in recent memory. What went wrong? How did Blake go from the industry's darling to an A-list outcast? And why does it seem like no one, absolutely no one, is coming to her defense?
Hypocrisy and a fraudulence there that the public is picking up on.
March 7th premiere of Another Simple Favor should have been a huge moment for Blake. After all, the first film was a hit, and this sequel had been hyped for years. But instead of excitement, the event was overshadowed by something much darker. Whispers, stares, and an unshakable tension that even the most polished Hollywood PR machine couldn't hide.
Kendrick was privately fuming at Lively's failure to address how her ongoing battle with Baldoni was negatively impacting their upcoming movie.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh my God.
Kendrick can't fake it. She's just like, listen, I know y'all want me to, but I can't.
Outside the venue, protesters held up signs calling for justice, taking direct aim at Blake. Inside, things weren't much better. She smiled, she posed, she played the part, but it was clear. This was not the welcome she expected.
I thought this was a great response. She didn't even want to play nice. That is how bad it is to be around Blake Lively. Anna knows how important this is.
This was damage control, and Hollywood wasn't having it. The most shocking moment, Anna Kendrick, Blake's co-star, made it painfully obvious that she wanted no part of this mess. When asked how it felt to work with Blake again, her response was nothing short of ice cold.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, talking about you all day.
I have to kind of go into these details to really get a full understanding of just how bad Blake Lively is.
Really trying to be like, do you think the movie has been impacted by the Blake and Justin stuff without being so blunt? And Anna tried her best to be like, I don't know, like, what's going on? And she walked away so fast. Like, she did not want to be asked any more questions. Like,
no enthusiasm, no fake Hollywood, warmth, just a quick, dismissive answer that spoke volumes. It was the kind of subtle industry move that says everything without saying too much. But fans? They noticed. Because Anna wasn't just dodging drama. She was drawing a clear line. And if even her own castmates don't want to be associated with her, what does that say about where Blake stands right now?
Yeah, I mean, I assume that Blake has lost many roles to my glamour, beauty, and elegance.
When you hear
sorry about it, Blake.
But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled with that because I've sometimes judged her for being so confident, which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter.
Terrible daughter.
This all comes at a time when Hollywood has never been more unforgiving. A decade ago, celebrities could weather scandals, disappear for a while, and then stage a carefully planned comeback. Not anymore. Now the public is watching, dissecting, and remembering everything. And if you don't handle the backlash correctly, your career isn't just on pause, it's done.
Humor, and they also both make everyone that they're around better at what they do. Like they're just because you sink or swim, and it's true. You guys are both so good that people just like get on there.
Yours is like very insecure.
Yeah. In real life, it's the other way around, and I constantly have to call Blake and be like, it's okay, you're good at giving interviews, I promise you, people like you, they respect you.
And that's exactly the situation Blake finds herself in. Just a few years ago, she was a fixture in high fashion, securing major brand deals, with the likes of Chanel and Gucci. Now, those brands are quietly moving on. Luxury partnerships are vanishing. Casting directors are looking elsewhere.
Lively's terrified to do the red carpet, and that Anna Kendrick is pissed off. This is insider information that she hates her, she can't stand her.
And Hollywood insiders are whispering that working with Blake is simply not worth the risk. What makes this downfall even more fascinating is how completely unprepared Blake seems to be. Instead of addressing the controversy head-on or attempting to repair her image in a meaningful way, she's doubling down on business as usual, smiling for the cameras, acting like nothing's wrong and hoping that people will just forget. But Hollywood doesn't forget. And the audience? They're already moving on. Just take a look at social media, where the comments are filled with disappointment and disbelief, and fans who once adored her now questioning if they ever really knew her at all. The narrative is shifting, and if there's one thing every celebrity should know by now, it's that once the audience turns against you, it's nearly impossible to win them back. But here's the real question. Is this truly the end of Blake? Lively's Hollywood reign? Or does she still have a chance to turn it around? Some say she's too far gone, that the industry has made up its mind, and there's no coming back from this kind of fallout. Others believe that with the right strategy, a carefully crafted redemption arc, and a little time out of the spotlight, she could pull off a comeback. But one thing is certain, if she keeps pretending nothing is happening, she's only making things worse. Hollywood loves a reinvention story, but it only works if you own up to your mistakes, do the work, and prove that you've changed. And right now, Blake isn't showing any signs that she's willing to do that. So what happens? Next, will Blake Lively finally break her silence and address the situation head-on? Or will she continue to act as if everything is fine while her career crumbles around her? One thing is for sure. Hollywood has a short attention span, but it also has a long memory. And in an industry where your reputation is everything, Blake might have just learned the hard way that once the spotlight dims, getting it back isn't as easy as flashing a smile and hoping for the best.